Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Widia and Rahmah. I am a student of English Education Study Program, Class C. In this video, I want to explain about the definition and importance of developing teaching material. The first is, what's our material? Material are anything which can be used to facilitate the learning of language, including textbooks, videos, grader readers, flashcards, games, websites, and mobile phone interactions. And they can be informative, informating the learners about the target language, instructional, guiding the learners in practicing the language, experimental, uh, providing the learners with experience of the language in use, eliciting, encouraging the learners to use the language, and explanatory, helping the learner to make discoveries about the language. Ideally, material should be developed for learning rather than for teaching, and they should perform all the functions specified before. Uh, an expert from Indonesia, Widodo, revealed teaching material are a set of learning tools that contain learning material, methods, limitations, and ways of evaluating that are designed systematically and attractively in order to achieve the expected goals. In addition, Pennant's opinions quoted by Belawati said that teaching material or subject matter that are systematically arranged, which are used by teacher and student in the learning process. Both of you emphasize that teaching material have their own system in their manufacturers. Systematic in its teaching material that is made must lead to learning objectives that have been previously designed. Which goals in teaching material, it can direct user of teaching material to um, find out the scope of material discussed in teaching materials. Next is, what is development? According to Seal and Ritchie, cited by Puneji, development is the process of translating or elaborating design specification into physical form. It means the elaboration process is needed in the world of education, so that the discourse that has been made can become real. The tangible form of the process can be in the form of product, which is the result of the steps that have been taken. Then, Punaji said that development is a process to develop and validate educational products. Existing development is determined from needs that require renewal from time to time. The updates or innovations provided are included in the effort to get learning products that are in accordance with the development of information, so that user of this product can find the latest pilot things in the world of education. Uh, Besides being based on the needs in area of learning technology, Fernandes stated that development is a creative process. Development called creative process because to realize the result of development, it takes interesting ideas in the process so as to produce something different and of high quality. Each development step indirectly relates to the revision activity. Revisions made in development are used to obtain satisfactory results in accordance with the objective of the development. The development of teaching material is a way for a teacher to develop in the two ways, namely research by design. It is learning researches designed and developed for the benefit of learning. And the second is research by utilization. That is learning research that exists in the surrounding environment that can be used for the learning purpose. In the Law of the Republic Indonesia, number 8 of 2002, it states that development is a science and technology activity aimed at utilizing profound scientific principles and theories to improve the function, benefit, and application of existing science and technology, or to produce new technology. Therefore, development is a stage made to realize the latest design of a product with various environment improvement in it. Next, what is material development? Material development is a practical undertaking involving the production, evaluation, adaptation, and exploitation of material intended to facilitate language acquisition and development. It is also the field of academic study investigating the principles and procedure of the design, writing, implementation, evaluation, and the analysis of learning materials. Ideally, material development practitioner and materials development researchers interact and inform each other through conference, publication, and shared endeavors. In the past, material development practitioners were either teachers with little awareness of applied linguistics, of teaching and learning. Nowadays, there are many material development experts who have considerable experience and expertise as a teachers, as a material development practitioner, and as a material development researchers. And there have been a number of conferences recently in which material development principles and procedure have been both discussed in theory and demonstrated in action such as in conference. And the last, why is material development important? There have been a number of movements that have been attempted to develop materials pre-approach to the teaching of language. For example, the dogma movement of Thornsbury and Medding 2001, but it is commonly accepted that most language classrooms throughout the world most lessons are still based on materials. Richards, 2001, observed that instructional material generally serve as the basis of much of language input in learner receives and the language practice that occur in the classroom. The statement it is also commonly accepted that most language teachers use course books, and that no course book can meet the needs and wants of every or any class. This means that every teacher is a material developer who is continuously evaluating the available material, adapting them, replacing them, supplementing them, and finding effective way to implement the material chosen for classroom use. Uh, this is truer today than ever as the economic publishing uh, dictated that most coursebooks on the market are still global coursebooks for all learners of English, where most learners of English these days are learning in a distinctive context and for distinctive purpose. Material development must therefore be central to any course designed to train, educate, or develop new practicing teachers, and it must be accorded significance by applied linguistics and teacher trainers who run such course and or publish articles, chapters, and books for use on them. In addition, to avoid fragmentic function of preparing teacher for the realities of classroom, teaching material development can be also be extremely useful as a way of helping teacher to, to understand and apply theories of language learning and to achieve personal and professional development. That's all my explanation about the definition and the importance of material development. Thank you for listening and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.